Thank you very much. The first question tonight will come from Melissa Chung, and Jim will answer it first, and then Jen.
Both of you guys seem to have similar issues that you plan to address if you were elected. What would you say differentiates you from your competition?
I think what differentiates me, that's a very good question, especially in a Republican primary. I think in a primary situation, you tend to have candidates who agree on a number of issues. I think for me, what differentiates me is leadership. I have that leadership background. One thing that the Army taught me how to do was to be a leader. I've made this point before. I don't know any other way. I'm not looking to go to Albany, as I think many people are, and simply be a member of the Assembly and kind of fade into the woodwork. I look at Albany now and I see a situation where, as people know here, you have three people in a room, oftentimes deciding what happens. You have the Assembly Speaker, the Senate Majority Leader, and the Governor. To me, that's not acceptable. It's not acceptable that we have rank and file members of the legislature who are told to be quiet and essentially not even be seen and not heard. We don't want them to be seen. I intend to go to Albany and fight for my constituents and really hit those principles of less government, lower taxes, and private sector job growth. That's what I intend to fight for in Albany. Again, it comes from that leadership experience that the Army has taught me. One thing the Army has taught me was lead from the front. You don't ask people to do things you're not willing to do yourself. And I intend to be out there fighting for my constituents every single day.
Thank you, Jen.
I think I could be distinguished from the other candidates by the fact that I have a wide variety of experience both in private practice, small business, and government. Basically, when and if I win the race and I get to the Assembly, there's not going to be much of a learning curve for me there. And I don't really think New Yorkers have any time to have any candidates have an orientation period. I can hit the ground running when I get to the Assembly. I'm not afraid to challenge the status quo. When I was an Assistant Attorney General, I represented many state agencies. I helped to root out and tackle fraud and corruption in public authorities. I went after Medicaid fraud providers to get our money back, the taxpayers' money back that was wasted upon them due to their false billings. I am familiar with the Racing and Wagering Board prosecutions. I know a lot about NYRA. I know a lot about the OTBs. These are all issues that are pervasively facing the state today, and I do have a lot of experience. I'm also a real estate broker, and I have a small business in Colony. I'm familiar with the increases in the personal income tax to the tune of $4 billion that the legislature passed last year, and how that's affecting not only individual families but small businesses, because a lot of us pass our income through our own personal income taxes, and that increase has really done a lot of damage to small businesses. So I feel that my wide range of well-rounded experience as an attorney, a businesswoman, and a mother will be something that will be very useful in the legislature in terms of lowering taxes and cap spending, and I will fight ferociously for these types of reforms and change. Ethics reform, budget reform, fiscal reform, government reform. We need a lot of reform, and I can do it.
Thank you.